right, that's enough music. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are on this planet. It's Thursday. It's time for another session trading the NASDAQ. Good morning. We got plenty of time today, so I got 20 minutes. Seems like the market sold off from or that area from that session we sold off from last week on Thursday. Got a little bit of aggression on the side here, sell aggression. Unable to punch through with conviction. Eventually using its resistance, selling off back to the lows. Weekly gets a little bit unclear here. We tried to get back into value from last week. Unable to keep trading inside. So we're basically not really getting acceptance of value, even though this would be the last line of defense for the bulls, I think, on a higher time frame. Nonetheless, new plan. Yeah. So the prior range high got value from yesterday. Zoom in a little bit here. Get the POC up top on basically on that aggression we rejected from yesterday. Huge seller here on that POC at the 89s. Value area low. And then the range low. So as it stands, we still got like 17 minutes. Market's about to open outside of value from yesterday. So there's a high probability for price to reject. Multiple plays, we could like see weakness up on open, target to range low, or buyers step back in and we trade back into value from yesterday. That could open up a move back towards the POC from yesterday, all the way back to the TPD top here. If we start trading back into value from yesterday. It's again gonna be key level. Basically again around, let me pull up the levels. Weekly value is at the same spot. Weekly value is at 920s. Wait, 899s, I'm sorry. Yeah, weekly value is at 899s, 900. And then the prior value area low is at the 918s. So these levels are going to be key for me to give me more convictions for trade towards the upside. Price has to trade back into value, get acceptance, see the buyers, obviously see the buyers for trade towards the highs here at POC. But as it stands, it's not looking too hot, I think. Got some poor structure we basically traded into, and we're just rejecting this. It's not the strongest. Could have been a little bit of a manipulation move on a bigger time frame, sweeping all those prior highs to get some business done on top and then continue down, perhaps, maybe. To be seen. Yeah, especially that value area low is going to be key upon open for me to see what she wants to do. If we up on open, we immediately regain that value area low. Yeah, it would be looking good for moves back up. It's probably going to be a little bit of a line in the sand for me up on open. Let's see what the overnight session wants us to do. Right, so immediately something I noticed is there's a ton of sell and buy pressure at basically that high volume node here at the 25,000 or 10s or 9s. So that for me is going to be a key level for price to regain for upside if she trades outside of overnight value. It's still early, so she might still develop, but as it stands, targeting the value area high towards the first high volume node, 75s. On the bottom, basically the lower day. It's coming something like that, yeah. Then aggression wise, main value is a little bit to the bottom here, so very likely to be put in value at the 43s. We'll see. Come back to that in a minute. Still got time. We still got time. Trade copier. See if everything's set up right. Looks good. Looks good. So we're basically trading back at the opening price from yesterday, which is interesting. Huge move up, sells off, consolidates, manipulates, sells off again, and we're basically in distribution accumulating zone again. Interesting. Right, so the open is to be determined in a bit. Dude, this song, dude. Let's see what we got structure-wise. So as it stands, I'm going to use the current swing high here. Just also going to line up with that value area low, that weekly. Yeah, so again, bunch of levels stacked up and stacked on each other here. So I basically want to see for the longs, I want to see price regain those levels. I want to see buyers, obviously, everything above long towards prior POC. Basically the highs of yesterday. Then for downsides, could do the same. Use the low here. It's tight, but she is tight at the moment. I feel squeezing. Let me remove everything on a naked chart. Prior range low does make sense though. Yep. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Could trail it lower though. I think if we swing the lows here, he's very likely to hit that prior range low though. Always be greedy. That's not financial advice, by the way. Something I don't like to do is to put my aggression inside of value from the overnight. I like to have it outside, but just one of those days where it doesn't line up. Just look at the biggest buy block here on the bottom, 845s. If that fails, I'll be looking for the lows. Trade back towards value low. On the bottom is it's basically absorption, ton of sell pressure, unable to push through. So there was someone buying here, so I'm using that level as my low. Trying to see if my logic makes sense here. Could also get this one real tight and then put this on the low. That makes more sense from extreme point of view. Because that one level makes sense, but I kind of want to do something like this and create a point of interest. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Still got 6 minutes, by the way. At the same time, yesterday, ton of sell pressure here, and that's basically where we bouncing from right now. So this could be an absorption level. So value low. I want to remove the green one. Don't confuse myself here. So a value low in the low of the overnight breaks, that's going to be looking really fleshy for moves towards obviously the prior range low. And then if that fails, very likely for a flush much slower. But I don't want to be short above this or at this low. So I basically, knowing this, I kind of want to drag my structure level lower for invalidation or direction. Under this level, I want to be short or more short-minded. And then above value, low, I want to be bullish. Anything in between is yeah, we'll see how she opens. I always say I'm gonna take it easy and push buttons at the second minute the market opens. So we'll see what happens, huh? If it's obvious, I'll push a button. Trade has to make sense. That's the only requirement. See if this profile makes us any smarter. Right, so profile changed slightly on top, just the value higher. Rest stays the same. Aggression levels are good. You could also sweep those levels on the low, regain. That also would be a potential game play. Basically somewhat the move we did yesterday for a move back towards the upside against that aggression, back to the 25,000s. But yeah, she got a lot of work to do before that happens. Gift you a lucid 50k account. Well, if I would be affiliated with anything, I would do something like that. But that is not the case, my friend. Maybe soon. Who knows? Got 20 seconds till the market pops. And she's open. Got a little bit of a price gap, the 60, 70s. Absorption on the bottom, buyer stepping in, but the first minute. Okay, that price gap is closed. Brutal, brutal candles here. Kind of want to wait for it to try and choose a direction and then see what she wants to do, because this is good to get chopped up here. Any news? Important. Any news? Damn. Yeah, Trump speaking at the moment, I think. Fit speaker. Pending home sales. Don't think so. Not anything that stands out really. Or I'm missing something. Got a big seller at 860s here. Choppy first 5 minutes for sure. If she flushes the 14, she might flush for real. I want to see what happens there. If she sells off, wait for a pullback to get short. If she flushes, regains, potentially look for a long, maybe. Data feed delayed. Serious? Don't do me like that. Should have played the flush. God damn it. 20-point stop loss would have been. Trying to defend it. They're trying to, at least. Not something I should long just yet. Could be very, very wrong here. Continue. Ton of buying. If she ain't pushing through right now, I don't want to be in that position. Just like that. I could regret. Probably. Just don't like how that candle moved there. Still looks. Now I'm basically going short against absorption. It's not really. I don't want to be in that move. If that pops that prior candle, probably chill out for a minute, see what happens. Not a fan of it. against that absorption potentially on the bottom here. Probably should have gone long. Where's the aggression? Give me some aggression. Very likely to bounce really quick. She doesn't pop too. Bar stepping in, I'm getting myself break even. Absorption level, bar stepping in. Sir. This motherfucker needs to pop. Continuation. It's not looking hot. Yeah. Brittle candle. Casual 75-point candle. I was anticipating a move towards the higher levels. But if she doesn't want to, she doesn't want to. It's looking really heavy, although I do like the area. Don't like 70-point candles in this tight range. She's potentially just loading up though. Or potentially making me enter. Just like the area. It's going to be a quick stop though. Way too tight early in this session. If that wick's above, I should have been break even. Don't like a candle that rejects like that. Very likely to get this. Let's wait. And then she goes probably. Fucking brutal. It's a bit too soon. Should have waited for aggression. Someone's pushing buttons too much. This is what I should have waited for. This should hold. Then I should enter. Way too soon. I'd rather take the quick stop then. It's a bad entry here. That is a very bad entry. Let's see what we got here. Got a choppy open. That's what we got. Might want to wait for resolution. Although I do like the area. Too like the long, just got probably excited with adding trailing instead of giving it the room it deserves, especially upon open. It's just freaking 70-point candle down here to then regain. That's just trying to see if there's anything to do for me here. Kind of want to see continuation from these levels here. She has to go now, though. I do like from move through the 900s. This should put me really, really tight. Now I put myself in a really tight position. You either pop or you stop me out. My stop isn't such a bad place, dude. Why hesitate, Nasdaq? She doesn't want to play. Also late long again. Kind of want to wait for a bigger range to break right now, because I do like still for upside, but again, against that level, there should be a level of someone's entering way too many positions at once. Kind of want to regain some money. Showing that big trades. If that one hitting that value area low, is it gonna go to the thick and reject? Seems like it. Buyers trying to. They're getting not rewarded. But we are back to break even. Jesus, why? Trying to see what this trade copy is doing, because there's a case to be made to wait for a retest of that big trades here. 100%. But I think if I didn't protect my position and it would have gone back to break even, I would have started cooking, very likely. So I prefer to prevent that instead of making 200 more. There's always a trade to be made. It's always the next trade. Lost my 50.25 Lucid account. Yesterday. It's gonna suck rest of the session. Sir, why would it suck? You never know what's gonna happen. Like, same thing as any given trade. You push a button and go long, you don't know what's gonna happen. It could suck, but so right, let's do a little recaparinos here. So up and open, we swept the lows, we swept the highs. The long made sense for me on the lows here. It was just really brutal. I mean, I took like, how many trades did I take here? I took a few trades here, I could say. I tried probably too aggressive with my trail, my stop, especially upon open. Should have given it way more room. The obvious absorption level was on the bottom here. That should have been the initial or the stop for the trade. I just started trailing candle by candle here. Top of the hour is going to close here too. But yeah, as it stands, I swept the lows. So a regain of that makes sense for me to like long back into the range, into the upside, upper levels. And now we're basically doing the same on the upside. Basically swept, unable to trade above, show continuation. We're basically hitting private value area low, sweeping that structure back in that range. So we are range bound until we continue from either side. So there's that. We'll see what happens. There's a case to be made for a short against that level, back into that range. Man, I want that profile, the right side. I want that level con. I want it to be transparent. I want to see the wicks in the candles. If I put that profile on top of a candle, I can't see the wick in that candle. It's super annoying. So current profile here, current session. We're basically rejecting value high, which is still a bullish thing from what we're doing right now. Patience. This trade copper again giving me warnings about Apex. So why would you do that? Gotta be careful, it seems. Somewhat of a big level right here. So then this was the potential long continuation. Damn. That trade made a lot of sense too. That was the... God damn it. Right, so as it stands, we are potentially dropping back into value from yesterday. Back trading back in weekly value from yesterday. So if we get continuation, we might see that POC from yesterday, higher levels. But at first, especially, we got the value area high and an aggression level on the overnight. Those need to regain before we get to those. Ton of sellers stepping in right here. Brutal that I started pushing buttons on a continuation play here. I don't want to FOMO in right here. That don't make no sense. Still a big aggression level. Current profile at the 900s basically. Kind of want to see that level hold. Otherwise, to like the area again, but Patience. Are we gonna reject? What are we gonna do, Nasdaq? I want to be out real quick. Not like that quick. Right. Right, sir. Got big candles here, dude. Could still be very, very right on my idea. Or again, very, very quick wrong. Big buyer stepping in right there. Saw the aggression on the sellers and I was like, right, let's join again. Do like it long above these levels. Not gonna lie. Should probably be long. Not the best close for me. Kind of want to get out quick, I think. Buyer stepping in again. Chilling just here. Buying this shit up here. They're either getting absorbed or it's gonna bounce. I'll probably flip it too. Has to flush that low at 88s. And trade under it. Just to run somewhat closer. Not a fan of this position at all. Let's use the wick high here. Kind of want to flip it right now, to be honest. Someone's buying this. I'll wait to try through. I try and short here. Number one. Don't fight the market. If this week's the lowest now, I'm gonna get a cup of coffee. Coffee? Very, very likely. Thank you. Dude, this market, dude. This is so brutal. This is the absorption. Get out of here, man. Potential absorption. Starting to lose interest. Someone's gonna stretch their legs. I'll be right back. Let this thing develop a little bit. It's annoying me. Dropping back in range. Yeah. Price, nice. Still same price, huh? Interesting. Dude, Apex is struggling. Fucking longs make sense, but this market is choppy. Or I'm just getting involved at the wrong times, probably. Very likely. Jeez, man, look at these candles, dude.
Yo, hey, lately been feeling myself too hard to be sad when I take a good look at my pockets. Really been stacking this paper. Funny thing is, young nigga just getting it started, homie. You can ask around. Niggas gon' say this how I get down. I don't lack for a thing for the bread, I'm a pounds. Get it how I can't take a trip out of town. If I mean it's a ways whenever I touch down. Got like 20 olds calling me now. Ain't got the time, so I tell them to bounce. Knock shit out when I'm up at the mount. Yo, shorty get cracked if you talking down. I don't trip on niggas, they clowns. I'm bro on a mission to get all the fake out. I said on the realest, you thought it was cap wet. Niggas be cap, I tell them to back up, cause I'm ballin'. Know that they feel away. Know that them boys gon' feel away. I can't blame. Know that they feel away. Know that them boys gon' feel away. I can't blame. Know that they feel away. Know that them boys gon' feel away. Can't blame. Know that they feel away. Know that them boys gon' feel away. Hey, but I said I ain't trippin' on niggas. I'm wrong with it, with it, just counting up digits. Boys be capped, they ain't stacking no figures. They put up on shorty, she showing off titties. Really on go and I ain't sent for a minute. I know they gon' hate, but I ain't worried about
that number is a very small number when you look at that compared to the cost of war. It's 2 weeks of fighting.
With Trump speaking be the issue, is he still speaking? That's the question.
Together we can achieve the dream of bringing lasting harmony to a region tortured by centuries of war, suffering, and carnage. They say 3,000 years. And hopefully we can lift up the eyes of the world to envision how other intractable conflicts can be settled. So many conflicts, I'd say, are impossible.
Don't really care about news and stuff. That's President Trump talking, but tomorrow he's gonna chop. I don't want to chop myself up. Still looks good at these levels, but don't want to do business here. If price is just gonna slam back down all the time, it's gonna frustrate myself. Again, back in range. against the potential area of absorption, but in the middle range. Why would I want to push buttons in the middle of this range? Range, range, range. Kind of wanted to add there, I'm not gonna lie. Let's see the immediate drive too. See what happens. Current value area high, 930s. Kind of want to see it pop through that. Starts defending here. Go to the moon. Continuation from the big bubbles at 920s. Otherwise, my stop is doomed to be taken. Again, a little bit too aggressive probably with the ad. Too tight, Nasdaq. This basically should be the trail level here from that move. Yeah, I'm losing interest in this market, man. Why am I taking so many trades? I'm taking trades to try and make money, sir. Anticipating a break to the upside. It's just not punching through. I'm trying, man. Gotta try. I mean, I don't have to do anything, but that trade does make sense. Absorption level here, price hitting that level, buyer step in. That's definitely worth a shot. I just don't like it in range. Again, absorbing. Trying to sit on my hands here. It's usually the one that pops. It's usually how that goes. So move makes sense back to the lows under the 900s. At the same time, there's just no conviction in down or up. I'm not keen on picking tops and bottoms. I mean, I was down low here for sure. That makes sense on these levels. Got IB closing. Dude, I wanted to add there so bad. I'm only long 2 micros, dude. Let's wait. If I can get an ad. I do like the entry. I do like the level, but she might do the same thing she's been doing the whole day. I'm willing to take the shot. First level here, aggression, current POC. Next level is going to be the 930s again. That has to flush, hold. Damn man, I should have been 3 times as big in this position. So brutal. Pop it. At the same time, I don't want to add up here because that will just screw my whole average, make me trail super tight, wick me out, and then continue. And we're not going to do that. We're going to be patient for something that makes sense. And once we start pushing the current highs, I'm probably trailing. This makes sense to trail though. Get the absorption. Buyers getting absorbed, so at least 160 bucks here. I mean, sellers getting absorbed here. Could have been the ad, but again, way too much high up there. Now we're testing the fair area high. Continue towards 960s. If it hits value area high, I could get break even on 2 micros. I'm definitely making money on all the other accounts. I just need to trail something. Wick the highs. I wouldn't be mad trailing myself out at the top here. That would be a break even on the leader account ish. Let's try and be patient here. So retesting the break of value. Kind of want to see this get absorbed. Otherwise, yeah, don't like how you're wicking that level. This one basically has to hold. Closing back into value. Range day, get myself out. Thank you very much. I mean, range day. It's behaving very rangy. I think that was a good decision. Should have been 3 times as big in that position. Should have been. I was trying to, but for some reason I was too slow. this gonna be the first red closing day on the month? I mean, on this account, these are somewhat grim. Just down like 200 bucks on this one. Should have been out a whole 100% from that move. If I got filled more, I would have definitely be done. Is this the pullback? Was this the pullback? Seems like it. Not something I should join. Kind of want to, still looks good, but I should have been long, lower. Now I'm just chasing. If I push a button here, I'm not going to chase. No reason to chase. When she starts pushing outside of the IB and against and above that very high from the overnight, I might be more aggressive. At the same time, I'm kind of losing interest in trading this market. It should have been done ages ago. Just a big all consolidation. All right, little profile recap. So the bullish case here is that yesterday's session on the lows, that big sell aggression, we're still using that as support, indicating potential absorption on that level. Support, we're still bouncing from that, but there's no conviction in the movement. We're just consolidating here. Just annoying to trade, even though the ideas might be right. My market is just not moving at the moment. Happens. Just have to like acknowledge what's happening, what the market's doing, and adjust. That's the only thing needs to be done. Does look good though. It does look good. I just don't want to get caught here. I'd rather wait for price to really show she wants up. There's definitely trades to be made once we start trading above value area high. Move towards that prior POC, or at least that direction. This is just long in the top, in my opinion. And I don't want to short the strength at the same time. This is turning into a excuse me, this is turning into a boring session at the moment. She's stuck. I don't want to be part of it. Dude, anyone trading this? This price action is just wiggling me to sleep. Just gotta pop quick, or I'm gonna go lock my accounts before that gets damaged. Yes, sir. This is the 1 minute chart. I got a 30 set for the big deep trades. That's the moment. There's a lot, but if you can filter out the noise, it's good. This price action is just annoying as fuck to watch. It's like watching paint dry. It's like putting the pencil with the paint in your eye and watching the paint dry. And I think I'd rather close my first losing day of the month minus 200 than to just keep pushing and get it green. Just for the sake of getting it green. I mean, I'll make this back tomorrow like 0.2 seconds if she behaves. Could have been green if I freaking just was able to punch more contracts here. That's like a 50-point trade. Shit. Damn. Then overall the longs here make sense, but then if you get 70-point candles in the opposite direction, it's very hard. Should have traded the bigger picture. Went long, leave the stop at the lows, which was the clear absorption level, and let the market do its thing instead of adding, trailing, getting stopped out. Still looks good. Enter, add, trail, get stopped out. Still looks good. Enter, add, trail, get stopped out. Especially on catching a low, I should like slow down. I like my aggression in trailing and adding, but in this scenario, it's just spooky because the candles are that huge. It goes like fucking 50 points in your favor in one candle and then just comes back. It's just how she's been rolling lately. And now we're just dropping back in range. The most obvious play here is price trading outside of the range we just created, basically. That would be basically current profile, current session. See if anything stands out here. Potato, she's balanced. I want to push buttons, I want to do some tradertainment, but at the same time, I want to make money. The trade has to make sense. And it ain't happening. It ain't happening. Very likely when I decide to log off, she will have resolution. I mean, even unable to start speaking, like maybe too much coffee. Nasdaq that burst me to death here. Yeah. I think she wants me to do the smart thing and close my first red day of the month minus $209. I mean, red day. what do you call it a day? I'm still up total. So these are PA accounts. New. It's tiny, but yeah, even though it's a red day, especially on that account, overall we're still in the green. It's just on this one account I'm having my first red day of the month, and I think I'd rather have it to be minus 209 than minus $2,000.09. I'll make this back tomorrow in 0.2 seconds. Not in this market chop. It's not gonna happen. I'm just gonna frustrate myself and get tilted on the way. Smartest thing for me to do is to walk away. So with that said, thank you for joining, watching, and yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Peace.